see, I got my babies, Lily and Ryder. Sit. Good girl. So, how are you this morning? I have a busy morning this morning, so I thought if you'd like to join me in the kitchen, come on in, and I got a lot to do. My blueberry bushes are full, and my wonderful hubby went out and picked another probably 2 quarts, and we've already picked at least 2 quarts and froze them. So I'm going to be putting these away. And then I'm going to be dividing up some different meats for my freezer. Because we're a small family of 2, I buy in bulk and then I divide it into smaller packages. And then that way I'm not wasting any food. It's easy for me to grab for a meal. I know it's exactly 1 pound. So we will be dividing up some different meats. And I've got stuff over here to divide up bulk into jars, and then I need to get some cinnamon raisin bread started in the bread machine for hubby. We're home from the camper for a few days, so I'm doing a stock up again from my pantry here and my pantry at the camper. My freezer here, my freezer at the camper. So good morning. I'm going to start off this morning breaking up some bulk meat. I picked up, these are 2.25 pounds of ground meat, ground beef, and I picked up 4. So I'm going to be dividing those up. That's the first thing I'm going to get started with this morning, is I'm going to go ahead and show you how I divide these up for a small package for a small family. So I'm buying in bulk, and then I'm dividing it up and putting it into packages. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the ground beef this morning, and then we'll move on to the blueberries. Hi, good morning. And we'll get beautiful, look at those beautiful blueberries. My bushes are loaded. So hubby went out and picked these. I've already washed them and cleaned them. I'm going to be dividing these up into packages. These I'm still letting ripen a little. I still have a few green ones in this one. And I think he already picked 2 other quarts. So I got 2 other quarts already divided of the blueberries and froze. So let's get started. I'm going to have a very busy morning here this morning. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Hi, you are pretty. Oh, well, thank you, Ashley. So I'm going to be busy this morning doing some bulk, dividing some things up because we have a small family. So this is how we do it. We buy in bulk, and then I divide it up. So let me wash my hands, and we will get started. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm back from the camper for a few days, so I'm trying to get my pantry stock up again for here and for the camper, because I'm going to be going back to the camper here probably tomorrow. And we are making progress. Hopefully we will have... Hello, what time is breakfast? We already had breakfast about 5:30 this morning. So, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. And when you have a small family, you do not want waste. So, this is how I save money, by buying in bulk and then I'm having a great day. How's your day? My day is going absolutely wonderful. So this is how I save money, by buying in bulk. What are you making? Right now, I'm spending a little bit of time breaking up and dividing bulk meats that I purchase. And oh my goodness, I could not believe the price of hamburger. 4 pounds of hamburger was $32. I don't know what it's like in your area, but I thought, wow, that is expensive. So this is how I do it. I buy in bulk, and then I divide it up into quart freezer bags, and it's about 1 pound. This is about a little over 2 pounds. So I just get little quart freezer baggies, and I know I'm going to need at least 8. So before I get my hands messy, I'm going to get out 8 freezer bags. I had a little bit of time this morning, so I put my Walmart order in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. And I'm trying to get everything ready for here at home, and I can't sleep. Oh, Ashlyn, what time is it there? So, to save money, I go ahead and buy in bulk. This way I know I'm not wasting. And normally, when I'm making a recipe, I usually need about 1 pound of ground beef. So I'll put it in a quart baggie, and then I just kind of flatten the baggie so it'll stack in my freezer. And I know this is 8 separate meals. So this is how I do it. That way I know I'm not wasting. I'm only taking out what I need. And I don't like to waste, number one. And prices are so high right now. You really don't want any waste. So this is how I prepare all of my packages. And I know when I go into the freezer, a.m. 10:30 a.m. Oh, okay. It's 9:30 in San Antonio, Texas. Well, good morning. Hi. So I know each time I go in the freezer, I'm pulling out 1 pound of ground beef. And then that way I'm not wasting. And I can look at my freezer, and I know how much I have in my freezer. And then it's easy for me to rotate and restock. So that's how I do it, because we are a small family of 2. Just myself and my husband. And these are just a little over 2 pounds, so I know each one has at least 1 pound. These are 2.25 pounds each. So I'm going to be doing a good bit this morning. How's your morning going? It's going good. You're sweet. Oh, well, thank you. My morning is going good. We're making progress on the new property. We may have electric put in within a few days. That'll be the first utility going in on the new property. And boy, it would be so nice to have electric at the camper. We've been just basically doing more like wilderness camping, I guess you could call it, while we're working on the property. So that'll be the first utility coming in, and with the heat and the poppies, it'll be so nice to have AC in the camper and electricity. The next thing will be water. My rabbit is in good hands with God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bless your heart. It is so hard to lose a pet. They become one of your family members. They're just like one of your children. I know my babies are my babies. We should be having puppies probably any day now. Maltese. So this will give me 8 1-pound packages of hamburger. So that way I can put these in my freezer here. And when I get ready to go to the camper, I can just go in and take out as many packages as I think I'll need for the week. What time is it for you? It is 10:24 a.m. And I'm in southeastern Ohio, United States. But this makes it easy for me to, number one, know what's in my freezer. I know that each one of these is about a pound, or at least 1 pound. And I can rotate my freezer. I know I have 8 meals. It's easy for me to just gather things here. If I'm going to go to the camp, I can just go through the freezer. If I'm going to need a couple pounds of hamburger, I can just go in and take out a couple packages. And it's already pre-packaged and ready to go. I always say she's still alive in heaven. Yes, she is. Yes, she is, or he is. Indeed, indeed, that's very true. That's very true. So, I have a lot to get done here this morning, so I thought I would come on and just bring you along and say hello and do an update on how things are going with the new property. And so far, things are going pretty good. It's a slow process. Of course, it's undeveloped property, so everything takes time. So we're going to do some hamburger, divide it up. I want to get my bulk meats put away, because I know I'm only home again for maybe today, and then we'll be going back to the camper tomorrow, so I'll have all of this done. And then my blueberry bushes are so full, and they're producing beautiful berries. And I've got a few quarts of berries here I want to divide up and put away. And then I need to divide up some more bulk things over here on the counter. And then I need to start a loaf of the cinnamon raisin bread in the bread machine for my husband. Okay. So let me go ahead and put these in the trash. And I know now I have at least 8 1-pound packages of hamburger. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 2 Maltese. So now I know I have 8 pounds of hamburger ready to go in the freezer. And I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to go ahead and divide up some chicken. I'm going to switch out my cutting boards. And I have some chicken breast. So let me go ahead and wash my hands here. And I'll make sure I switch out my cutting boards. That way I know I'm not cross-contaminating any of my meats. And get me another cutting board. And I have chicken breast. And I have 2 for... Your hair is so long. Oh, well, thank you. You're going to make a game on Roblox. Oh, wow. So I have 6 chicken, boneless, skinless. So I'm going to divide these into 3 Ziploc baggies as well. And then that will be 3 meals. Or if I'm dehydrating chicken breast to make chicken jerky for my puppies, I know that each one of these will have 2 of the chicken breast. So I'm going to go ahead and get these ready. So this way I can buy in bulk. And this was 4.28 pounds, and it was $12.39. The 4 pounds of hamburger was $32.23. I cannot believe how expensive everything is. So we definitely do not want any waste. So now I'm going to be putting 2 of these in each package. So if I'm making chicken jerky for the puppies, I know there's 2 breasts in each bag. Or if I'm wanting to make dinner, I know that there's 2 breasts in each bag. So that will give me 4 chicken breasts. So that will be probably about 1 pound of chicken breast in each quart baggie. Those are nice big chicken breasts. Actually, sorry, 3. Gives me 3 baggies. It's 6 breasts. I was thinking there was 8 breasts. 6 breasts, so that gives me 3 Ziploc baggies of chicken breast. So that way I know what I have in chicken breast. So I'm going to go ahead and take this over to the trash, and I will be right back. And we still are at the trailer park, so the puppies may bark. No. We're babies. They're babies. What you doing? Let me wash my hands again, and we will start on the next day. Let me back you up here just a minute. I hear you. You hear your dog. Yes. Is that expensive? The meat is a little expensive, yes. The burger was $32 for 4 pounds of hamburger, and the chicken was, I think, $12 or $13 for, I think that was a little over 4 pounds. So yes, everything is very, very, very expensive right now. And because I was using chicken, I am going to go ahead and use Clorox wipes on my counter here real quick. And of course, I do change out my cutting boards. Okay. So now I've got my hamburger I've got it divided into the 1 pound packages, ready to go into the freezer. I've got my chicken breast in 1 pound packages, ready to go into the freezer. Going to wash my hands again, and then we're going to move to the blueberries. My babies, my puppies love chicken jerky. I make homemade chicken jerky. It's all natural chicken breast. Okay, I'm going to get my other cutting board out. And we will move to the blueberries. Okay, so look at these beautiful blueberries. My bushes are loaded. So I'm going to be dividing these up. My husband already picked at least this much. I think I've already put 2 quarts in the freezer, and I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of these today, but as you can see, that's a very large strainer. They've been picked, cleaned, rinsed. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in some baggies. And then these are still a little bit green, so I'm going to give these another day to ripen. So I'm going to go ahead and put these blueberries in some Ziploc baggies as well. And I absolutely love these little baggie holders. They're so nice. They're not expensive. And if you're working by yourself, these are absolutely amazing. And I'm probably going to get at least 2 quarts. And this is just like having another set of hands. Yeah, I need to take them down just a little bit. So this is like having an extra set of hands. It works so nice. Really, really nice blueberries. I like blueberries. Wow, that's cool. Isn't that really cool? It's like having an extra set of hands. So when I go to do something like my blueberries, and I want to load them into my baggie, I can just go ahead and gather them up on my hand. And look at that. It's like having an extra set of hands to hold my bag open for me. I absolutely, positively love these little bag holders. And I think I'm probably going to get at least 2 more quarts today. And I don't want to overfill them, because I'm going to be laying them down. So that's probably full enough, because I want to be able to stack these. It makes your kitchen work so much nicer. Absolutely love these little holders. So I still got a few stems here. So I may have 3 quarts today. We shall see. Yeah, I ordered these from Amazon, and they were very inexpensive, and I just absolutely love them. When you're working by yourself, it's just like having an extra set of hands to hold your bag open for you. And it just makes it so nice. makes kitchen task so much simpler. I only have 2 blueberry bushes, and they are so amazing. Every year I just get an abundance of beautiful blueberries. Now the one bush has these bigger blueberries that are more sweet, and the other bush has more tart blueberries. But they were telling us when we purchased the blueberry bushes that you should always have 2 separate name brands. That way they will produce berries. And they absolutely do. So I'm going to go ahead and lay those down. I may have a little bit too much in that one. Let's see. No, that'll be just fine. That way I can lay them flat and stack them in the freezer. I'm going to go now. Nice to meet you. I subscribed. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. So I will have one more quart. So that will be 3 quarts, probably 4 quarts tomorrow when that other one ripens. I already have 2 quarts frozen, so that will be 6 quarts of blueberries so far this year from the 2 bushes. And I'm still using up some of my blueberries from last year. I like to keep them rotated. So I'm going to be making some blueberry waffles again today to take to the camper. I made some a couple weeks ago. And then I will go ahead and make some blueberry jam. And that should use up all of my frozen berries from last year. Of course, I'm rotating my stock, rotating my freezer. And that one is only half. So let me see if I can go ahead and get a few out of this one. There's still some that are a little green, so I want to be careful and just kind of pick. Let me lay those green ones off to the side so I don't get them mixed up. And I should have another bunch of blueberries ready to come off today or tomorrow. So I'm just trying to get enough in here to make a full quart, and I think that should do it. So that will give me 3 full quarts today. So with the 2 quarts I have already, that's 5 quarts of blueberries that we've gotten already this year. Oops, there's one that's a little bit, still a little bit light. I'm going to put him back and add another one in. There we go. Give him another day to ripen. So, do I like these? I absolutely do. They're just amazing. They're like having an extra set of hands in the kitchen. You just cannot beat it if you're working like me by yourself. These fold up, easy for storage. And even though I went through and cleaned and sprayed, I still missed a few stems. But I've never claimed to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Let me see what baby's doing. Oh, she's playing in her pen. So, we've got the hamburger. We've got 8 pounds of hamburger now ready to go in the freezer. 1 pound packages. We've got 3 1 pound packages of 2 breasts each, ready to go to the freezer. And I've got 3 quarts of beautiful blueberries ready to go into the freezer. So, those I'm going to set aside for just a minute. And then I'll get those moved into the freezer. But I just absolutely love these, like having an extra hand in the kitchen. You've seen how easy that made me putting my blueberries away. And I only got 2 of them because I don't do a whole lot that I'm going to need more than 2. But you can buy them in 3 packs or 6 packs. I just got a couple of them because I don't do very large meals. But do I like them? I absolutely love them. Okay, let me get you readjusted here and move you back a little bit. Yes, I absolutely love them. So, would I recommend these? Absolutely. Like having a second set of hands helping you in the kitchen. So the next thing I'm going to be dividing up is some powdered milk. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I absolutely love using the powdered milk. That way I know that there's no waste at all. So I will get it in the large can. And it's usually good for 1 year. Now this is the whole milk. And because of the fat content in the whole milk, it usually only lasts about a year. So what I'll do is buy 2 cans. I'll have 1 can that I'll open and divide into quarts. And then I'll have a backup can. And because it is the whole milk and because of the fat content, that way I know that I'm not overstocking, but I always have it on hand. And that way my pantry is full. And then this will be my backup as well. So that way I'm constantly rotating my pantry by using the 4 quarts first and then having this on stock. And then I can always pick up another can each time that I'm running low. When I get down to my last quart, I know that it's time for me to pick up a second can. So that way I'm constantly rotating it. Now the dry powdered milk will last for years. So you don't have to worry about it going bad within a year like you do with your whole milk. And this is a dry whole milk. So it does have the high fat content. And usually 12 months. So I have 4 quart jars, clean and ready to go. I have my funnel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to run these to the freezer. So I will be right back. I'm going to take the hamburger first. And then I want to take the chicken and the blueberries. And I want to get those in my freezer, so I will be right back. Okay. So that took care of all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands again. And I'll get started on the bulk dried powdered milk. So now I know I had 3 pounds of hamburger left. And that was 8. Actually, I had 4 pounds. So I have 12 pounds of hamburger. So now I have 12 meals of hamburger left. And then if I want to make chicken jerky, I have 3 packages of chicken breasts. So that would be 3 times I can make chicken jerky for the puppies. Or if I want to make a chicken breast dinner, I know there's 2 breasts in each one of those bags. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on this powdered milk. So I have 4 quart jars cleaned and ready to go. I'm pretty sure it holds 4 quarts. Because this is usually equal to about a gallon in this large can. I have my funnel ready. And I'm going to get a cup to make it just a little easier for me. Oh, that's not a cup, that's a half cup. And this will make it just a little bit easier for me to divide these up into the quart jars. So now this does come in the number 10 can, but it doesn't have the metal top. So you can just pull top. Now, if you don't want to divide this up and you think you're going to be using it, of course, you could go ahead and just put your lid back on. But I usually take these to the camper with me, so I know at the camper I don't want any pests. So what I do is I go ahead and put it into quart jars, and that way it's easy for me to store it in my home pantry and at the pantry at the camper. And this, I absolutely love this brand. I guess everybody has their own preference, so it's your own preference on powdered milk. But I absolutely love this brand. This is my preferred whole milk powdered whole milk brand. So this takes a little bit of time now, but I know that it's in my pantry. I can see what's in my pantry. It makes it easy for me to rotate. With my husband and I, if we use regular milk, it always goes bad. We never. So, if you've been following me, you know I absolutely love using the powdered whole milk. So is it worth it to me to take the time to divide it up? It absolutely is. It makes it easy for me to rotate my pantry. I know nothing's going to get into my jars. They're pest free. If I want to grab a jar and take it to the camper, it's already in the quart jar. It makes it easy for me to store here at home and in the camper when we're in the camper. I already have it divided up. So all I have to do is just grab it and go when I'm ready to go to the camper. And this absolutely tastes, in my opinion, just like whole milk. I bake with it, I cook with it. I make homemade bread with it. I heard one of the pups in there. Wanted to see what they were doing. And this makes it easy for me to rotate my pantry, keeping everything stocked, everything fresh, everything rotated. I can see what's in my pantry. So this is how I keep my pantry rotated. And of course, we're a small family of 2. And this way I know there's absolutely no waste. I only mix up what I need. If I'm cooking or baking, whatever amount that I need, I can just mix it up as needed. And hopefully we can get this last little bit in there without making a great big mess. Let's see. and no waste. And what I'll do is I'll put my lids on. Well, before I do that, hold on just a minute. Let me move this out of the way. Before I put my lid on, I have some oxygen absorbers. And because I know I'll be using these pretty quickly, I'll put about 2 in each jar. I don't know which one's which. There we go. That way I know I've got oxygen absorbers in there. That'll help it to stay fresh longer. Now I could go ahead and vacuum seal these, but I know that I'm going to be rotating through them daily. So I'm not going to use the vacuum seal. And then I just label my jar. Nothing fancy, just some Scotch tape. I'll put it on the lid. Powdered milk. Powdered whole milk. 4 tablespoons. Powder to 8 ounces of water. That way I know what's in each jar. And I don't take a jar out and say, is that pancake mix? Is that Bisquick? That way I know I just pull my jar out and I can see what I have in my jar, in my pantry. And when I'm done with this, I can just pull the tape off, wash my jar, and reuse it for something else. It takes us a little bit of time to do these things, but your pantry stays more well stocked. You can see everything. It's easy to rotate. And I absolutely love taking the extra time. It gives you a very well balanced pantry. You know what's in your pantry. You're not questioning what is in that jar. Is it a mysterious jar? And that way, again, I know that there's no waste. I'm only mixing up what I need. If I'm baking, if I'm cooking, making bread, making cookies, whatever recipe that you would normally use. Milk, whole milk, that's how I do my whole milk. And this is a 3.25 pound can, or 56.4 ounces. And this is the dried whole milk. And again, because of the fat content, this is only good for about a year. So you don't want to overstock if you've got a small family. Now, if it's the 2% does not have the fat content. And, of course, you can store it longer for years. But because of the fat content, you only want to stock what you know that you and your family will be able to use in a year, because it will spoil within a year. This one says used by April 30, 2026. So this should have been used up by best buy date, which was April of this year. This is now June, so this is the last can that I have with this date. And then I have my new can, which will be, I think, October or December of this year. So that way I know I'm using up my stock. I'm rotating it. And nothing is going to waste. Nothing is spoiling. I can keep a well-balanced pantry, a well-organized pantry, and it's easy for me to rotate. I know that no pests can get in it because I've stored it in quart jars, which are sealed. So that's another kitchen thing I wanted to get done today. So I'll be putting these in my pantry. I'll leave one out and put 3 in my pantry. Okay, so I actually needed a powdered milk out, so I'll be using this one. I'll be taking one to the camper, so then I will have 2 left in my pantry. So I did go ahead and pick up a new number 10 can of powdered milk for backup. So when I get down to my last quart, of course, I know I'm going to be using that one, so then I will pick up another one. Again, because it's the whole milk, you want to keep it rotated. So I'm going to need that. Okay, so I got my hamburger divided up into 1-pound packages and put away. And I got 8 pounds. I got my whole chicken breast, skinless, boneless chicken breast, divided up into 2-pound packages. I had 3 of those, and I put those in the freezer. I used up my fresh blueberries that we picked, my husband picked from the bushes, from our bushes, and I got 3 quarts. I got those in the freezer. So these still need to ripen a little bit, and we should have blueberries ready to come off today or tomorrow. So these will go in with the next ones. And that way I'm freezing this year's blueberries. And I still have, I think, 2 more quarts of frozen blueberries to use from last year, or 4 more quarts. So I'm going to be making some blueberry jam, and I'm going to be making some blueberry waffles. My husband's down to 2 blueberry waffles. He absolutely loved the homemade blueberry waffles. So I'm going to be making some of those today or tomorrow, so I can get those in the freezer, and we'll have those to take to the camper. Those have come in amazing at the camper. I can either heat them in the camper oven or on the grill for breakfast. So my husband said they're absolutely delicious. Someone will make some more. He has 2 waffles left from the ones that I made the last live stream I did making blueberry waffles. So, the only thing, and as you can see, I've got out my quart jar, and again labeled with just my Scotch tape. This is pancake mix, just add water. And I know when I go to make my blueberry waffles today, I use 1 quart of my pancake mix. So that's how I keep my pantry rotated. I make sure I label it. I know what's in it. So that will be for my blueberry waffles today. Powdered milk I'm leaving out because I just used the last quart of my powdered milk. So I know I'm going to be using this throughout the day and week. And then I'll also be taking one to the camper, because I need one for the camper as well. So the only other thing I'm doing today is I'm letting an egg warm up to room temperature, some butter warm up to room temperature, and I'm going to be making hubby some cinnamon raisin bread. But I've been on here now about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. And I did get sandwich bread made yesterday, and I've got it sliced, and I usually do half a loaf, so I'll be freezing half a loaf, and that's my homemade sandwich bread. And then I will be using the other half a loaf, and that's the homemade sandwich bread. I did get it made yesterday, so that I'll leave one of those out. I'll put one in the freezer. And so now I know I have my white sandwich bread, homemade sandwich bread made. I've got my hamburger put away, divided and put away. My chicken breast divided and put away. My blueberries divided and put away. And all of that in the freezer. So my freezer's been stocked. I also got my pantry restocked with my powdered milk this morning. And that, I think, is all I'm going to be doing today. And then I will go ahead and hop off my leg, give my leg a break. And I will see you the next time. So thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to share with you how, as a small family of 2, how I divide everything up. That way I know that there's no waste. I usually use quart bags, half-gallon or gallon freezer bags. And I love using the little kitchen help tools. This is the little baggie holder that I use for the blueberries. I absolutely love it. Would I recommend them? I absolutely would. They're inexpensive. They're amazing. It's like having an extra hand in the kitchen. It holds the bag for you, and you've seen how easy that made it whenever I was loading my blueberries into the quart bags. So, anyway, that's all I have this morning. I had a busy morning here this morning already, so I thought I would bring you along. I just want to thank you for stopping in and and joining me today in my kitchen. So enjoy your day. Have an absolutely wonderful day. And I will see you the next time. And as always, enjoy your kitchen. Come in your kitchen, have fun, experiment, try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. If it doesn't work out, try again. You know, you never know unless you try. You're never too old or too young to learn. Look at me. I'm still learning every day. So, anyway, I want to say thank you for stopping in. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe if you like my channel. And I will catch you the next time. So, bye-bye, everyone. Enjoy your day. Enjoy this sunshine if you have sunshine. We're getting a little bit of rain, and it's very welcome rain. It's been very hot here. It's been in the 90s. So, until next time, bye-bye, everyone. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.